One of the most exciting times of the year is almost here, and I'm not talking about the holidays. It's time for brand new Disney Cruise Itineraries, and right now, those could include holiday sailings. We are literally waiting and watching. I feel like they should be dropping the itineraries for fall 2026 any day now, and in addition to that, we might even see those spring itineraries for January through May 2027. So if you are watching for those itineraries, make sure you're subscribed. We're gonna have a whole video doing a deep dive into it as soon as they do get announced. So a little bit of background here. Typically they are going to announce the itineraries in chunks. They're usually about 15 to 18 months in advance, and there will usually be 3 of them. One for January through May, one for May through September, and one for September through December. Last year they announced that September through December 2026 and January through May 2027 at the same time. That was in mid-June. So it is very possible that they could announce any day now both fall/winter 2026 and spring 2027. So of course that begs the question, what are they going to announce? Where do we think the ships are going to go? We're going to talk about the fall first and then the spring, because we actually have some new dynamics that might come into play. This is a bit of rumor and speculation here, but hey, we're gonna dive into it because that's what we like to do. So first, late September through December 2026. Let's start off with their largest home ports. That's gonna be Florida. The Disney Fantasy, the Wish, and the Treasure will all be cruising out of Florida. So here's what we expect. The Disney Fantasy will likely be doing the Caribbean itineraries from Port Canaveral. These will typically be 3 to 7 night cruises, and will also visit Disney's island locations Castaway Cay and Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. The Disney Wish should also be going out of Port Canaveral for 3 and 4 night sailings to the Bahamas and the Caribbean. This typically includes Castaway Cay and Nassau. The Disney Treasure will likely be doing 7-night Caribbean cruises, eastern and western, from Port Canaveral, typically St. Thomas, Tortola, Cozumel, and Disney's private island, Castaway Cay. Those 3 will all be cruising from Port Canaveral during summer of 2026 and are likely to stay on those consistent routes through the fall of 2026. The Disney Destiny will be cruising from Fort Lauderdale. That is where she will be home ported. The Disney Destiny should be doing 4 and 5 night sailings that will be from their home port in Fort Lauderdale. These are typically going to be the Western Caribbean ports. They will have a little more variety, it seems like, for the Disney Destiny. They also visit both Castaway Cay and Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. They will be doing that route for the summer of 2026, and we expect them to carry that on through the fall and winter. Now, moving out a bit, the Disney Magic and Disney Wonder will both be in Alaska for summer 2026, which is exciting in and of itself because that is the first year that we will have 2 Disney cruise ships visiting Alaska. They will both be doing 7-night voyages in Alaska. After that, they will have repositioning cruises. We fully expect that they will do the routes that they have been doing the last couple of years. I do believe that the Disney Magic will likely just reposition to Galveston. So I actually don't know what that will mean for San Juan sailings, because in fall of 2025, the Disney Magic will be going to San Juan. But that's because they are already over here. They haven't done Alaska in the summer before. So since this will be the Magic's first year in Alaska, I kind of don't see them heading back over to Florida and to San Juan. I really think that they are very likely just going to head to Galveston and spend the winter there. And then for the Disney Wonder, I fully expect them to head from Vancouver over to New Zealand and Australia like they have been doing the last couple of years. They will very likely have a Hawaii cruise in there as well. The Disney Adventure will be in Singapore. That is going to be based there for the first 5 years, so they should be doing their Magic at Sea cruises as well from Singapore. The other exciting thing with the fall and winter cruises is going to be the Halloween on the High Seas. Halloween on the High Seas, of course, is where you're going to experience extra special Halloween activities and fun on board the cruise ship. We've got a whole video diving into it. They will have the Halloween on the High Seas sailings in September and October. In addition to that, they will also have the Merrytime Christmas sailings. These are going to be in November and December. The Merrytime sailings are one of our favorites. We've got a video diving into all of that as well. And last but not least, here's where the fun comes in. The Disney Dream is going to be in Europe for the summer of 2026. Its last scheduled date is September 14th in Southampton. So I fully expect a Transatlantic for the end of September 2026. And here's the hope and the speculation. A lot of people really want a Disney cruise ship in New York. It's been a while since we've had a Disney cruise ship in New York, but it does happen. If you go onto the Disney website, in their departure ports, you can see that they actually have New York, New York listed as one of their departure ports. If you go in to book a cruise, you can't book one from New York right now, but you can see it here in this area. Now, there's a couple of interesting things here. One, at the top of this page, you can see search for New York 2022 sailings, view prices. Well, obviously, those are gone. That was years ago. And I don't think that this page has been here since 2022. I'm pretty sure this has been reopened on the website recently because hopefully there will be some New York cruises coming up. I am hoping that there will be some for the fall of 2026. And here's why. One, they're already coming from Europe, so of course that makes it easy to do a stop in New York while you're doing the transatlantic back from Europe to Florida. Number two, we don't have the magic going to San Juan next year, but you can see here New York destinations, Bermuda, Canadian coast, and the Caribbean. Way down there, you're gonna see San Juan. So it is possible the Disney Dream could be coming from Europe to New York for some cruises, potentially to San Juan, since the Disney Magic will not be going to San Juan next year. Now, also, I can't find it right this minute, but I saw something referencing Halloween on the high seas in New York, which would be another clue that they might be going there when they're doing their transatlantic from Europe back to Florida. Like I said, this is pure speculation, but it could happen. And I don't want to go too far out on the limb, but I really wouldn't be surprised to see this. So make sure you're subscribed. We'll let you know. Aha, here it is. If you click on that 2022 link trying to book from New York, you can't do it because they're not there. But what you do see as you scroll down is under specialty experiences, Halloween on the high seas. Notice they don't have Merrytime. They have Halloween on the high seas available in October. So there's my speculation. There's our hopeful rumor. I know a lot of people are really hoping to go back to New York. This would be the perfect opportunity. Bring the dream down to New York, do the Halloween on the high seas, head over to San Juan, Bermuda, both beautiful destinations. I can't wait till they release these itineraries. Come on, Disney. We're ready. Okay, now diving into January through May 2027, there's a little bit of speculation here as well. And if you've been following along with us, you know that there is a fourth Wish class ship coming. They announced this at D23, Disney's fan event last summer. I actually expect more news this summer, and I'm not talking about the Japan ship. The Japan ship at this point is technically a fifth Wish class ship because that's set to sail in 2028. The fourth Wish class ship is set to sail in 2027. Now, why does this matter? Because that fourth Wish class ship is going to have some impact on the ports, I think, for 2027. We don't know when that ship will release yet. I am expecting it will be in the winter, in the fall, winter of 2027, just like the Wish Treasure and Destiny have done. In the spring of 2027, they are likely to have their special day at sea cruises. Pixar Day at Sea comes to mind. They did that this year. I fully expect they will do that again. I also saw something recently, a rumor that somebody thinks the fourth Wish class ship will be a Pixar themed cruise ship. I think they're right. I think because of the Pixar Day at Sea sailings and all of the increased Pixar that we have been seeing on the ships, I wouldn't be at all surprised to see a Pixar themed ship. So we're throwing that out there now. It's a rumor we saw, and I think that this rumor is correct. So we'll find out more about that. I digress. Back to the itineraries. The other interesting part for the itineraries for 2027 is that Galveston is now going to be a home port start a full-time home port for Disney Cruise Line beginning in 2027. We do not know when in 2027 though, so we might see some hints at that. They did mention in the paperwork with Galveston that they expect it to be a larger ship. Historically, we've got the Magic or the Wonder in Galveston. Those are the two smallest ships, the classic ships. They specifically mentioned the larger ships. We are thinking it's going to be a Wish-class ship. We've got a whole video on that as well. And actually, while we're talking about new docking and agreements, Disney Cruise Line also has a new agreement with Avalon, the port for Catalina. They have a priority port agreement that will be starting. They have every Tuesday year-round, and then Saturdays for peak season, which is mid-September through mid-May. So we expect that presence to start later in 2027, and that specifically is for the Magic and the Wonder. So I am really excited about the itineraries coming up for 2027 because I think we're going to finally see some new routes. And more importantly, different ships on different routes. Stay tuned, we'll let you know. What we can expect to see there is going to be very similar. The Fantasy, Treasure, Wish, and Destiny should all be doing their Caribbean and Bahamian runs from Florida. The Dream will likely be running from Florida as well, unless the Galveston port has started its priority docking, and then maybe the Dream or the Wish could be going to Galveston in spring 2027. Of course, the Adventure will be in Singapore. The Wonder will be heading back from Hawaii, and I think the Magic and Wonder will have a very strong presence, if not constant presence, moreover on the West Coast starting in 2027. I really can't wait to see what they are going to announce for these itineraries 2027 in particular. Let us know in the comments below, which one are you looking forward to? Make sure you're subscribed. We're gonna have a huge deep dive once we finally get these announced. If you enjoy these videos, if you find any value in them, please share them with your friends. I'm really trying to grow this year. I've got a big push. You can also go support us over on Patreon. And if you haven't seen it yet, the Disney Destiny, the brand new heroes and villains ship that will have its maiden voyage this fall, we have a video on absolutely everything you need to know for the Disney Destiny. Thanks for being here. We'll see you real soon with some more Disneys.